Good morning everybody, Victor here. We are starting out our day trying to catch some bait. I got a sabiki on right here, just a bunch of little hooks. Brian's got a crappie jig on, and we're gonna try to catch some blue runners. If we don't catch any bait, we're gonna go straight to trolling, trying to get that early morning wahoo. We got two things on the list today. We got a live well full of gogs, we got all the trolling stuff. Full moon's in 2 days, so could be good for wahoo, but we also just had a cold front come through, and usually that makes the fish hit or miss. Kind of got rods to do everything today. Some jigging stuff, some live baiting, some trolling, and we got a beautiful sunrise right there on the horizon. So let's put some fish in the boat.
What do you got?
I got a runner. He's small, but...
Good job.
So there's this buoy out here right outside the inlet, and I just got a sabiki, letting it drop like 10, 12 feet, jigging it up and down, and sometimes the blue runners are here, sometimes they're not. Clearly they're here. I got one on so far. So it's always kind of like an internal battle. Everyone wants to put out the trolling stuff and try to get on the wahoo right away. But also the best time to get bait is first thing at first light. So that's what we're doing here, trying to just take advantage of that first day break bite for bait and then straight to trying to catch a wahoo. You don't like catching bait? You would not like fishing with Adam and Lucy.
It's not like I don't like catching bait. It's just we have so much bait. I'd like to get the early wahoo bite.
Okay, one more.
But Victor's not like that. He will actually fish for bait for hours. You have to be patient with him. You want to fish? No, you got to fish for bait for hours.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put out the planers. We got a sea witch, squid skirt, and then these bait strips, which you guys have seen us catch a lot of fish on. Wahoos, tunas, dolphin. That little strip is gonna wiggle on the water, creates a really nice profile, kind of looks like a fishtail. I like these over real bait. We just came out to 100 feet, and we're gonna troll between like 100 to 300. There was a lot of seaweed where we just were, so Brooke's just trying to find an area of water where there's not as much seaweed, but there is a big swell out here right now. Huge, actually. You guys can see it behind me, just these big rolling swells. Anytime we get a cold front, we get a refraction swell. It blows real hard out of the northwest with the cold front, bounces off the Gulf Stream and like a mirror, and then it just sends this big north swell down our way. Not sure what I want already.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was a good fish on the short planer. There was some big head cracks like a wahoo. Hook just pulled. All right, that was our first bite of the day. What is it, 9 o'clock, Brooke? 9:15, short planer. Okay, so we're gonna be done doing the whole trolling thing. We pulled off our one good fish, so we're gonna change it up now. We're really close to a wreck in like 200 feet of water. We're gonna drop some dogs and see what's down there. This time of year, there should be some good AJ action, so that'll keep us entertained. We're pulling in all the trolling gear now and gonna start making some drops. We're just taking our goggle eye right here in the nose. Big 7/0 Mustad circle hook, just like that. So he's dropping down. We got a 100-pound shock leader, 80-pound fluorocarbon, like 30 feet of it, big 24-ounce lead, and we put on one of those goggle eyes with a big circle hook. We're not gonna fish it all the way on bottom. Suspended like 50 feet up off the bottom where the AJs and African pompnos usually hang out. It's in the bend putt, so you could not beat yourself up and fish maximum drag. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna have some fun with the jig, see if anything's home. That's an AJ. You should get bit, Brian. Woo! I'm good for now. Woo! It's a big fish, whatever it is. He feels like he's getting chased by a shark. He's going crazy. There it goes. Oh, you know what? I didn't even lose it. The hook just pulled. I got my jig. Well, we found the AJs. Probably the 4th barracuda bite of the day. Definitely the fish that I hooked on that jig was an amberjack. I don't know why they're not eating the gogs. They just don't get a chance to see it before the cudas do, which is super frustrating. So I don't know, maybe we're gonna make a little move on the wreck. That's why I love having the trolling motor. So right now, if I want to move without having to re-anchor or drive around, I can just come over here with the remote. If I want to go offshore, I could hit it to the right. If I want to go inshore, if I want to move closer. So let's slide forward a little bit and get closer to the wreck and see if it makes a difference. We're marking good.
Whoever catches the first fish wins.
What do we win?
You don't have to clean the boat.
Oh, okay.
And your punishment for losing is you have to clean it.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Aw, man! Get it, Vic!
He doesn't know he's hooked. Or it's something smaller. This doesn't feel very big compared to the other ones we've hooked. Oh, there's a shark! That's why we're losing all our fish.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a kingfish.
No, it's a cuda.
Oh my gosh. This thing's going wild.
This cuda just realized they can't move. I don't know how we're gonna land a fish here. Did you see that shark? So when I was reeling up this barracuda, 300-pound bull shark just going straight vertical up towards him. A lot of predators down there. He does not know he's hooked. He's swimming up. No, you're good for now. There he goes. No, that's my leader. Sometimes you gotta get on the bracket. I feel structure. I feel like I'm in the wreck like you were.
Thank you, 5 seconds earlier when you said they don't
Yeah,
come back.
you're right, you're right. I don't know if he just let go of the jig. Oh, he's still on.
Come on.
Maybe he's out of the wreck now.
Oh. Man, you were not even that far down.
That's a shark. That's how you know it's a shark. Because like Brooke said, I was maybe, what, 40 feet away? So a shark probably chased him out of the wreck and ate him right there. Come on. We're not losing you. That's right. Come to Papa Vic. We're gaining. He hasn't pulled any line. That's because it's a barracuda. Look at the shark. Oh no, that's AJ's following him. Look at all the AJs underneath him.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, these are big ones.
You gotta throw them in your boots like your dad throws water in your boots.
Don't throw them in my bean bag. We'll have beans everywhere.
There you go.
There's been a lot of bear cruise on the channel
Hey.
lately.
Got the,
They're
got
taking
the
over
hook.
the ocean. Look at that slime. It just keeps going. Look at it, Dennis. Oh, ocean completely changed from the morning. In the morning we had very light south current. Now the current's running to the north, steaming. Fingers crossed we catch something other than a barracuda today.
She was like,
Think it's something really small or a piece of seaweed got on the line. I'm not sure yet. Ready to grab it, Brian? Ah, we'll take that. We will take that. It's the first sign of pelagic action we've seen on this boat in a long time. Little butterball blackfin. He'll eat nice. It is day 2. We did do a little trolling this morning. We just pulled up to this wreck and we're loading up on some more bait. We caught some fresh goggle eye this morning. We're gonna put a few of these in the well right here. There's a bunch of them. I don't know exactly what they're called. They're some type of blue runner species, some type of jack species. But we're just dropping a sabiki down. We're gonna try to bottom fish here, put out some mutton rods. Our buddy said that they've been catching some African pompano at this wreck, so we're gonna bottom fish and we'll see what happens. These little barjack things, we're gonna keep these and try to drop them on another wreck later, see if we can't get some amberjacks. These are nice big live baits. I'm gonna do something I don't like doing, but since we caught so many goggle eye today, I'm actually gonna take one of these gogs and we're gonna fish them fresh. I'll show you guys how we do it. We're gonna take this goggle eye right here on the cutting board. Gonna cut the tail off. Okay, and then we're gonna cut it right in half so we get 2 nice mutton baits out of him. Just like that. Nice snapper bait. Did it feel good?
I mean, just the first bump. Oh, here we go.
Get him, Brian. Yeah, that's a real fish. Come on, Brian. It's fighting like the right species.
Does feel like it.
This is what you've been fishing for 2 days straight for.
Trying to get it up
Excuse me.
before that hammerhead gets it.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
It's a mutton.
looking good, Dad. Looking good.
Yes!
Looking like you want.
Woohoo!
Baby.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Deep water mutton.
Look at that.
How about that? How about that?
I'm telling you, baby.
Oh my gosh! How about that?
It just spit up a huge shrimp.
Oh my gosh! This mutton coughed up a huge shrimp. We tried this new spot. Nothing was working the last 2 days. Just found this little rock pile in 200 feet. And Brian Chris got it done.
Man, I was reeling for all I was worth because we had just spotted a hammerhead like 10 minutes ago. And I was like, oh, this feels like a good fish. I don't want that hammerhead to get it. So I was reeling for all I was worth.
Yeah, good fish on a live gog. Oh man. Oh. That was a good fish. Live goggle eye on the bottom. Brooks' dad was just talking about the mutton. This spot's heating up. As you guys see the last 2 days, not so easy fishing, but you guys want to know what is easy is today's video sponsor, Factor. And this is why I love Factor. Pull it out of the fridge and it goes straight into the microwave. And it's as easy as that. You guys know how much we love to cook and entertain and just create good meals and eat good food. Factor is nothing short of amazing in terms of taste, quality, it's convenient. Whether we're fishing, surfing, you come home, sometimes you don't feel like cooking. You pull it out of the fridge, pop it in the microwave, and you are just seconds away from a delicious meal. This might be my favorite one.
Really?
I have this herb crusted chicken with a really delicious sauce, some almonds, green beans. Brooke, I'm a little jealous of hers too. She's got this really delicious pork chop. You want to make your life easy? Throw in a few meals a week where you don't have to cook. Give Factor a try. I love that Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and helps me stick to my fitness goals. These are chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. Factor offers over 35 fresh, never frozen meals to choose from per week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more. I love that Factor is flexible and you can pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. If you guys want to try it yourselves, head to factor75.com or click the link in the description box below and use code 50landshark to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code 50landshark at factor75.com, also linked below to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
Get him, Dad. Get
Come
him.
on, Brian. Oh. Come on, Brian. Don't let him do you like that. Yeah.
You're getting him.
But I want to put down the shrimp.
Don't make me laugh. I'm seriously fighting here, Victor.
I think that's a big grouper.
You're seriously getting them. Can we rip the butt off of that rod and put the other thing on?
Yeah, well, you could put it right on top of it.
I can't give him a second.
You're doing good. Oh yeah, you're getting them, you're getting them, you're getting them.
Okay, walk around the engines or hold
No,
on.
I'm going this way.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna go right under you.
Just preschool.
It changed. It changed on me.
It changed? Like you got
Changed.
sharks or something?
Yeah.
That was
I
a
was-
good fish though.
You see me gaining on that
yeah.
fish.
Oh yeah.
We was having a battle, and then the fight changed.
There's some good activity here. I love finding new spots. We've never fished here before and saw some life down there, marked it, and we came back and there's some fish here. Brooke, what is going on? Your line's still spun up? Come on, Brian. That's a mutton. Remember vertical.
I'm gonna try to do this.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Wait, this time.
He ain't even close, Victor.
Make them closer.
Does it feel like another mutton?
Oh yeah. That's a bottom fish. That's either a grouper or mutton. This is a man in full swing right now. It's another mutton!
Better than my first
it's a
one.
grouper. It's a big grouper.
Wow. Is
Woo-hoo!
that a scam?
Look at that.
Is that a scam?
It's a gag.
Oh, a gag. Sorry, that's what
It's
I
a
meant.
nice gag grouper. Look at that.
Nice fight. It felt just like the fight before, only the one before was bigger. But this is a nice fish. I'm not going to hold him. I'm going to get him back in the water while he's still healthy.
Smile.
But it was beautiful.
Wait, Dad, go back there.
So this is a beautiful grouper, gag grouper. Not very common to catch by us, but unfortunately it's not grouper season, so we'll definitely be back in May when it opens up. I'm not
Right
sure if
here?
a little bit higher.
Higher?
Yeah. So we're gonna vent them just in case, because when you bring fish up from this deep, they develop a lot of air and they can't compensate for that gas change. So just poke a little hole, squeeze them, make sure that there's no air, and he should be able to swim freely. Ready? You should shoot right back down. Just like that. Gag grouper, mutton snapper. It's our new favorite spot right here. We're definitely coming back here when grouper season opens. Pretty sure that a few of the fish that I lost on that live goggle eye was probably something like that. So I want to show you guys something. We love this boat. We love our electronics. Having a system that's all integrated is perfect. So when I approached this spot, we were trolling earlier. You could see our mark right there. And we were trolling. I saw that there was some fish on bottom. I marked it in 200 feet. And when you're in 200 feet and you mark something good, you always want to mark it. So we came back here and you guys see these lines. I drive up and down until I can see where the fish are marking and where the rock is. So the rock was kind of down there, but the fish aren't necessarily hanging out by the rock. The rock's right there, and you see all these marks, all those fish is where I've marked fish. So then I situate the boat perfectly, accounting for the wind and the current. So all those marks are right in line with our baits. We have a light north current going that way, so we're fishing right here. So our leaders are about 30 to 40 feet long. Those baits are back there, and that's how we're catching these bottom fish. In bottom fishing, it's not just the structure, but where you are on the structure, having good leaders, making sure you're matching your weight with the current. Right now we have real light currents, so we're only fishing around 10 ounces, but it gets to the point, sometimes you gotta fish 32, 48 ounces if there's a lot of tide.
Hi.
Yep. You gotta be quicker than that. Sorry, Brian, I'm stealing this fish.
Hey, you know what? I almost wanted you to take that one. I'm still tired from the last one.
Woo. It's big. Woof. Woof. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. Might have been a shark. It was real heavy there. That was the first fish I think that we hooked out. Might have been a shark. It just got real heavy. Those muttons and those gags and the grouper, they dig real deep. You feel the tail beats. This was just dead weight. It's a part of the game. Anywhere you go, there's going to be predators. If it's a lively area full of fish, you're going to run into sharks and barracudas.
Look, that's a dolphin in case you ever want to. You ever see that?
That looks like a dolphin. It does.
Okay, just keep steering straight. That's epic! Look at them tail slap.
Okay, you can turn it off.
You can hear them. You hear them? Cool.
Behind the scenes of what goes into making a video. Every morning, Dennis cuts me a nice piece of tape, straps it to my chest so we could get good audio. When we first started filming together, I told him I wanted to up the production quality, and I think that good audio makes such a big difference for the videos. So got that little lab on me. Just came out of the inlet, got a little bit more bait. We're completely skipping trolling today because yesterday, no bites. The day before, only one little blackfin. And talking to some buddies who have planer fished the last few days, it's just not worth it. I think we're gonna go straight to bottom fishing. Start out at that same spot that we did really well at, where we caught the gag and mutton. So we're gonna run over there. It's about 4 miles and get some baits down. There it is.
All right.
Oh, that's a good fish. Sorry, Brooke, I stole the rod from you for a sec. Brooke had to put on some sunscreen and I was watching her rod and hooked up. We got a lot of current today. Same thing that happened yesterday. South current in the morning, and now the current switched and we're barely holding bottom with 2 to 3 pounds of lead. But that's what you gotta do to catch these bottom fish. You gotta match your lead and your leader length to the conditions at hand. This feels real nice.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, but now it's giving me sharky vibes.
No way.
Unless it's a really big grouper. Yeah, but now he's trying to take line. He's taking line. Oh. Lost. Don't know what it was. It started out over there and ran here, so I don't know if there's a rock or something that he went into, but it has been a tough 3 days. It's 2:30, day 3. We tried bottom fishing this morning, went to 5 different spots, no bites. We're marking fish, had good current, just fish not cooperating, even slow trolled some gogs. We were marking a bunch of kings, no bites there, so we ran about 7 miles north to a spot where we usually catch muttons, so we're gonna go ahead and send some baits down. Yep, Dennis, I'm getting a bite. He's got it. Come on. We're in 300 feet now. It's really hard to feel what's going on the bottom, but I'm getting messed with. He was just swimming at me. Good bottom fish. Oh yeah, real good. It's a big mutton, Brooke. That fish was really messing with us, but when you have 300 feet of line out, plus all your leader, it's really hard to feel what's going on down there. But he's digging, man. He feels good. He feels real good. Put down a whole fresh half of a goggle eye. Oh, I just got sharked. I just felt it. See, he just took it again. Just got sharked. We can't catch a break. That was a big fish. That thing was over 15 pounds, I'm telling you right now. There we go. There's something on a live gog. Oh yeah. Live goggle eye as soon as it hit the bottom. Whoa! That thing is digging, huh? Oh my gosh, did you just pull? Oh, I think the hook just pulled. That didn't take long. As soon as it hit the bottom, really nice bite. Anything that can pull drag off the 50 is a good fish too. Come on. Here we go. It is instant. As soon as you hit the bottom with a live bait, it's on. Woo! Dude, I love seeing this rod doubled over like this. Come on, we're not losing you. I would much rather hold a rod, but seeing as how deep we are and how many sharks are around, you want to get your fish up as fast as possible. So the bent butt is definitely the most efficient way to catch a fish, given the conditions we have. And if you guys have noticed, for the past few months, I've been fishing these okumas. Uh-oh. That's looking a little sharky. I've been fishing these okuma makairas and absolutely love them. We got some new spinning reels on the boat. You guys can check them out, link below, as well as all the Conley rods like usual. Definitely some type of jack species, either an almaco or greater amberjack. You could just tell by the way they fight. If this was a mutton, it would be a giant mutton. I stole your bent butt today. I see it. We got color. No, this one looks like a grater, huh?
Oh no, it might be an almaco. You want to move to the back?
This is a greater amberjack, and you can tell. You see how the dorsal fin is not as pronounced, is not as tall? And the almaco jack is a lot more stocky in body. These guys get a lot longer before they get girthier, whereas almacos are the opposite. Almacos are a lot more tall, up and down, heavy, and I don't even know if this guy's a keeper. They gotta be 32 inches. We already got one in the box, so we'll probably let this one go. Oh man, I just got smoked. Come on, Dennis. Chunk of goggle eye down there and just got smoked. Woo! Yeah.
I'm opening this, watch your boot.
Oh! I love catching fish in 300 feet of water. Painful but fun. Oh my gosh.
It pulled?
No, I don't think it pulled. I don't know if it got me in something or a shark got it, but it was kind of fighting differently than the amberjacks and the mutton. It was running really, really fast. So now the reason to get back down there, I'd say every 5 to 10 minutes at the spot is just bite, 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 which is good. Last spot, we're gonna try to see if we can't get some afternoon muttons. The current is steaming here, but I'd rather have too much current than no current. I got a fish, he was swimming at us. Such long leaders and a lot of lead, it's really hard to feel what's going on. If you start to feel the tap, sometimes I'll just reel, they'll just sit there. You know, they swallow the baits whole. They're not little pesky fish, they're not gonna just sit there and nibble it, they usually swallow it. Doesn't feel very big, but it's there. Buzzer beater, late afternoon mutton bite. It's a mutton. Yep. It's another mutton. Another keeper. Nice 20-incher. Just above legal. This guy's probably right at 20 inches. They got to be 18 inches to keep. And you see, he swallowed it. You can't even see that hook. He was choking on it. Yeah, he's on. They are biting.
Is he on?
Full moon mutton bite.
Oh yeah.
I think that's gonna be another mutton.
I think when things were slow and this boat got quiet, I kept saying, no worries. We're gonna put some blood on this boat any minute. Any minute. And it took till the end of the day to do it, but we're finally doing it.
Man, look at how blown up.
Wow!
This one's a
Another
little bit
one.
bigger.
Nice job,
Another
Dad.
keeper.
Yeah, baby. We're whooping them now.
If you need to cut the hook, you just put a new one on. Oh, you got it.
Hold them up, Dad.
Oh yeah, baby. I'll take her. I love eating mutton. It's my favorite fish.
Oh, I'm getting a bite. I got a fish. Yep. Man, they swim right at the boat. I think as soon as you see a rod bending a little bit or you're getting a bite, you just got to crank. They got it down the hatch already. My favorite part of mutton fishing is hand lining them. Another one. See, every single one we've hooked, even with circle hooks, has been gut hooked, which means as soon as you see a bite, you just gotta reel. All right, guys, we're winding them in. I had an amazing time. It's time to take the sunglasses off. What started out as a really slow day turned into a pretty epic late afternoon mutton bite into the sunset. Good time with the family. So we got plenty of eats in the cooler for dinner. We'll see you guys at the fillet table. We got those buzzer beater last 6 muttons, so I'm gonna go ahead and fillet it up right here. This is a Dexter Outdoors Dextreme 8-inch dual edge knife, and you guys see I'm actually using the back of the blade. It's got some teeth, perfect for those really scaly fish. And if you guys don't know, you can actually save 20% off all Dexter knives. Use my code LANDSHARK at dexteroutdoors.com or in the description box below. But I really like this knife. It's grown a lot on me over the last few years. You guys have been seeing me use it. Really like it for the tough, scaly fish because it preserves the sharp part of your blade. As you see, I'm doing my precision work there. No need to get it dull with all those scales. You guys see, look, less than a minute one side, left nothing on the bones. Let's do the other one. And in terms of fish we've had at this fillet table, I love seeing these fish at the fillet table and at the dinner table. They're beautiful, they taste good, they fight hard, they're smart, super smart, hard to figure out, and you guys saw we were definitely put in the time to try to fool these fish. And I actually called one of my buddies, Adam, from Moving Weight. He's got a YouTube channel. And he was telling me not to get discouraged, that around the full moon they bite really good in the afternoon, and he wasn't wrong about that. They did not bite for us during the middle of the day and in the morning, but as soon as that sun started to go down, it was just game on, one after another in terms of bites. Look at that. 2 gorgeous mutton snapper fillets. I also like this knife for skinning, but you got to be careful because you do have the 2 edges, so when you're trailing with your hand, skinning them out, just make sure you don't cut yourself. Just like that. Now cut out these pin bones right here. And you guys see I like to leave my fillet on the skin itself, because although I always tell you never rinse your saltwater fish with fresh water, horrible for them, but there's always a little bit of fresh water on the fillet table, so when you're fine tuning your fish, leave it on the actual skin and then goes straight from the bag into the Ziploc. And I'm telling you, it's just like with beef or poultry. You know, it's an animal, it's wild protein. It's gonna have blood. Don't rinse that blood off. It's gonna cook out. You're not gonna wash your steak before you eat it. You shouldn't do the same. The same thing goes for your fish. You shouldn't wash it. So I'm just gonna cut about this big of portions for tonight's dinner. And thank you guys for watching so far. I'm trying to get 2 million subscribers. I don't know when it'll happen, but if you guys haven't subscribed already, I know YouTube shows us that a lot of people who watch the videos aren't actually subscribed. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the kitchen. So we got our mutton snapper all portioned out here. And it's crazy to see the difference in color in just a few different fish. You see that some of the bigger ones were a lot more pink. That smaller fish is a lot more white in nature, but the color doesn't really indicate anything relative to the flavor. So I already have both sides of our snapper brushed with some olive oil, just enough to coat them so that way it doesn't stick. And now I'm just going ahead and putting some granulated garlic on top of our fish. And I'm only gonna season one side because these fillets are so thin, it really doesn't need both sides seasoned. So we're gonna hit it with some garlic, a lot of salt, same thing, only gonna do one side. And it looks like a lot of salt, but you want that salt to go deep into the fish and flavor it. And then lastly, we're just gonna hit our fish with some freshly cracked pepper. Now, controversial, fish and cheese, do they go together? I think so. I think Kraft Parmesan cheese is delicious. So we're just gonna do a nice little layer on top of our fish. To go along with our fish, I wanna do a really nice white bean puree. So I have 2 cans of these cannelli beans right here. And these are already cooked in the can, but we're gonna make a puree out of them. I just wanted to heat them through, put a little bit of minced garlic in there, some heavy cream. I'm gonna bring the food processor over. We're gonna throw them in the food processor. And I reserved half a can of the beans because the puree is gonna be nice and silky and smooth, but I want the puree to have a little bit of texture. So I'm gonna throw in some more cannelli beans, not heated through, just heat them back through when we put it in here. We're gonna go in with our cannelli beans into the food processor. Smells good. That garlic, the bean. We're gonna go in with some more heavy cream, and it needs a little salt. So we're gonna do some heavy cream. We're gonna do some salt. So we put our puree back in, and I'm just gonna fold our beans into the mixture. That way you get a little bit of different textures going on. Still the same flavor. It'll be a really nice foundation. Okay. Now we're gonna get some carrots going in a pan right here. Some rainbow baby carrots, olive oil. Forgot to turn the heat down, but it's all right, I took it off the burner.
What is happening? I'm outside cleaning my pool filter and I walk into a smoke show.
Wait a minute. That happens. Yeah, that was a lot of smoke. I had to open the front door. I'm surprised the smoke alarm didn't go off. So we're gonna go ahead and cover these up. Let them do its thing. Puree's done. So next up, in this little bowl, I have some minced parsley, shallots, garlic, and 1 little red chili pepper, as well as some lemon zest. We're gonna do some lemon juice. We're gonna go in with some olive oil. Okay, now we're gonna mix this up. Over here, on a sheet pan, I just have some canned chickpeas, drained all the juice, give them a nice olive oil bath, and we're gonna roast these. Never done it before, but I'm hoping they get nice and crispy. And then just salt, lots of garlic. Let's just try to get them all coated, and these are gonna go in the oven at 425. Carrots are nice and soft, they're fork tender. I just hit them with a little garlic. Now we're gonna drizzle some honey on the end. Didn't want to do it in the beginning because you don't want it to burn, but now they'll get nice and caramelized and will help release some of that natural sugar, keep them nice and sweet. Fish is going in, 425.
Is my secret bread recipe finally gonna make it on YouTube?
Had to film.
I've never filmed it. I always just talk about how I made garlic bread, but I've never actually showed it before. We have literally been making this bread like my entire life. You get a nice loaf of like French bread or Italian bread, cut it into these like, I'd say they're like 3/4 inch pieces. Melt yourself a stick of butter and then just put a little bit on each one. Okay, next step is garlic salt. The most basic of garlic bread that you could ever do, but you know how it's gonna turn out every single time. I'm not claiming that this is the greatest garlic bread ever, but it's good. Okay, so garlic salt, then you're gonna get yourself some nice Kraft Parmesan cheese. Or you could grate your own, but you can't go wrong with Kraft Parmesan either. And I'm sure you guys will say something about it in the comments. And then the last step is to hit them with a little paprika. And now these are ready for the oven at 350 for only about 8 minutes.
Okay, we're going down with the white bean puree. Start putting some carrots on people's plates. What I've noticed with plating, you want things to be asymmetrical. That's when they look the best. Roasted chickpeas. Nice big juicy piece of our mutton snapper. So you got the richness from the chickpeas and the white bean puree, and then this little chimichurri is nice and acidic. It's gonna cut through that. And it's gonna be delicious. There's more fish and there's gonna be bread coming out and there's more of everything.
Well, we fished hard for these mutton snappers. I think we went 10 hours fishing, but look what the outcome. It's a five-star plate for sure. It's delicious, and it was fun catching it too.
First of all, beautiful plating. Second of all, the fish is so fresh and all the textures fit really well together, but this chimichurri sauce just like adds some freshness to like the hot items on the plate. It's really good.
It tastes very good, but it's definitely a very impressive plate. The flavors he has going on are something else. It's definitely, like my dad said, like 5-star. Like this is.
It's my first time cooking for all these people in a very long time. And I love cooking for people, especially my family. But I like the different textures. You got a really soft bean puree, a flaky fish, the chimichurri balances out all the flavors. You got these delicious little sweet carrots. And these chickpeas didn't get as crispy as I wanted to, but they're really delicious. I would definitely do this again. Just need to go in the oven a little bit longer, but very happy with this dish. I'm happy to share it with everyone.
Well, I'm glad you guys are catching fish again. It's so good. I'm so happy to be here. The fish is delicious. All these new fun ingredients, it's just outstanding. I love it. 2 thumbs up. Good job, babe.
What a way to jump back into the catch and cooks. This was very delicious. I don't know what Gabby was saying. I was washing some dishes over there, but it sounded exactly the perfect way to describe this plate of everything just really meshing really well together. A lot of things you've never done before.
Yeah.
And it's all very good, so good job.
Thank you.
And to go back on what my mom said about us catching fish, I was coming home every single time we weren't catching fish, and I was like, sorry, Mom, we didn't catch you any fish again today.
It's one of those plates where it looks so good you almost feel bad eating it because it's so pretty. But that's the most important part. It not only looks good, it tastes good. So well done, Victor. Everything complements each other ingredients wise and just off the charts.
All the different textures and everything pairs very nicely together, all the different flavors. It's really good.
I just forgot about my bread. We need another rack in the oven. It had to get in last minute, but there's the finished product.
So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This is what it's all about. 3 days of fishing, but you get this at the end of the day. A room full of happy people enjoying your food. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Think again.
Oh, bye!